Hey everyone, welcome back. So, I wanted to come on here to remind any of you who may be feeling the weight of warfare right now to just breathe and use your gift as your stress reliever. Practice being in your gift to the point that you're able to use it to decompress. The reason why I've been so adamant about encouraging you all to get into your gift is because God doesn't just recommend that we utilize our gifts, He requires it. There is no getting around this part. You actually have to get into it. You have to get into your gift, even live through it, and you'll realize why once you do. Your gift will be your way out. It's the tool God gave you to help others and in turn to help yourself. Your gift is a double-edged wand. As you bless others, you'll bless yourself. When I tell you that God doesn't just recommend that we utilize our gifts, but He requires it, I can give you the exact bookmark. In Matthew chapter 25, verses 14 through 30, we find the parable of the master who entrusted his servants with different talents of wealth. The servants who were given the most invested and multiplied their talents of wealth and were entrusted with even more, while the servant who received the least, a single talent of wealth, buried his talent in the ground out of fear of losing it, which would only result in the little he had being taken away for being a poor steward over what God gave him. The Bible constantly encourages us to use what we have and do what we can. This parable teaches us that we are held accountable for using the gifts, opportunities, and resources God has given us to serve Him and advance God's kingdom. We cannot allow the enemy to build on our fear and cause us to neglect the gifts God entrusted us to use for the betterment of our brothers and sisters, for His kingdom and for ourselves. Do not allow the enemy to use fear to stall and stunt you from using your gifts, but instead move faithfully in your gift. We must allow our gifts to develop day by day, giving us purpose, blessings, and allowing God's kingdom to thrive. Our gifts are a double-edged wand. When we use it to help others, we inadvertently help ourselves. There's a famous quote that says, "I helped a man climb a mountain and found that I too have reached the top." That's how this works. Imagine if God gave you the ability to drive and a brand new car. And imagine you actually love to drive, but you stressed out because you don't have a job, and you're worried about how you're going to pay the bills at the end of the month. Meanwhile, there are people all around you who need a ride right now, immediately, today, but you can't think about them because you're trying to figure out how you're going to make the rent by the end of the month. You feel like you can't think about them right now because you just lost your job, and there are people tapping on your door begging you to help them. They need a ride to work, but you're mad because you don't have a job to go to, and nobody's helping you, so you can't think about helping anybody when you can't even help yourself right now. But you can't see that both of your problems solve each other's problem. And don't you see that's how God designed it? God did not put 7 billion people on this earth for us all to be ignoring each other. And more than cab fare, you might give someone a ride to the very place you're actually trying to go to yourself. You might make more than money. You might make a connection. Now, I'm no fool. I know we're all worried about being taken advantage of or being depleted. I've lent people things and not gotten it back so many times that I've also been hesitant to share what I have out of fear of losing it, and then not having someone or anyone around to offer me the same help when I'm in need. But God is telling us in this parable to take a chance and invest. The two stewards that invested and multiplied their talents could have lost it, but God didn't praise or bless the one that played it safe and kept his gift hidden to himself. God is telling us to make the investment and trust in Him to provide. The mindset behind this parable is part of what made me start this channel. I love talking to people. I love getting people to really think about and see the precious gifts they were born with inside. And I love encouraging people to use that gift and seeing what unfolds, what amazing things happen when they do, when they share their gift to serve God's will. And I know how transformative this pivotal decision and action will be. I know that talking to you all until you see and use your gifts is what God's been calling me to do, with the help of His scripture and His beautiful parables. So I'm committed to being the best steward over His stories that I can possibly be. So help me God. I hope you all take heed to tonight's message, because God doesn't just recommend that we utilize our gifts. He requires it. He even goes so far as to give punishment for our negligence. So I beg you to do what you were sent down here to do. and to do it with vigor and persistent determination. Do it with enthusiasm. Do it with love, joy, and tenacity. That's my message for tonight. I hope you all subscribe and turn on your notifications if you find my channel helpful. I post daily, so I'll be back soon. In the meantime, you know the deal. Keep your heads up. Stay prayed up. I love you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.